I love the way it pops up and says you are live. Winning at life.
Like we're breathing. Just about. Hi, Karen.
Well, Karen's in the background.
Not hear anything.
Nobody's watching. It says 0 on the counts at the moment, so it'll be you, me, Karen, Emma, Echo, Wilson, Jake, and Maggie.
Great party!
Woo! Distancing.
Social distancing.
Social distancing party.
Have you got a drink?
And the dog. We've got one person watching, which is probably Emma.
Yeah, from somewhere else.
Yeah. No. I don't know. I can.
Everyone's too busy. We're all too busy getting ready to go.
Out.
So
Everyone's out. We're in. I don't know who's here. There's no comments yet. If you're watching us live, drop us a comment and let us know. Because we have Karen in the background, who normally. Hi, Linda. Linda Hull is here. Hi, Linda. Because Karen's in the. I was going to say that the back office.
The outer office.
The back room.
In the back. She's in the green room.
She's in the naughty Woofstock volunteer cupboard.
Yeah.
Under the stairs.
With the mop.
She will be doing toilet duties next year. She could, because we've got an overflowing toilet, which is really good fun. Well, they already know if they're friends with us on Facebook that we had our septic tank emptied earlier on. We wanted to see in 2021 clean.
No shit anywhere.
You can't say how far have we got in? 2 minutes and 9 seconds, and Carol's already sworn.
Hi, Spencer. That's not swearing.
Don't show them what swearing is. Hi, Paula Ann. So we thought, hi, Tabitha. Oh, you were pouring a drink, Tabitha. There's a surprise.
I didn't think you had any left.
I thought she'd gone intravenous now, so she doesn't need to pour anything. And I suppose if she needs to top
I don't know why. We just take the mickey out because we're just jealous.
Up. Yeah. So Jake is, thank you for the emoji poo, Aaron. Aaron, we love Aaron so
I could have just
much.
done that, couldn't I? Just put the emoji on.
We do.
We miss Aaron. We miss everybody.
Our little tin man. Hi, Kathleen. We miss our little tin man, Aaron. He's not little because I'm little.
Miss his gorgeous husband.
You missed his gorgeous husband even more. I know. Well, not husband,
boyfriend. But you know, we wind them up by saying boyfriend and husband, don't we? We're like,
yeah. So we thought, as everyone is so busy tonight in the United Kingdom, and we thought we'd catch you all before you go out to your New Year's Eve balls and to your pubs and to wherever it is that you are drinking. And we thought, well, come on at 7 because people will be putting their lippy on. And doing their hair, and getting all dressed up.
Look at that.
I know, being called Crazy People by Claire Meir. I mean, that's a joke, like pot kettle.
Having a Barbie, they are lovely and either brave or mad. Having a Barbie?
Well, they're mad, Linda. So we thought, anyway, while Carol is reading the comments out while I'm trying to talk, which is typical of us. Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, so we thought, as you're all busy, we'd catch you before you went out, because we're staying in, with Jake, who's squeaking behind us because he's slightly confused. And we thought, what better way to end 2020 with Jake squeaking was to have a look and see what we actually did this year. We stayed alive, and it's been really interesting looking over all the videos and the stuff that we have done and all of you have done and the Woofstockers have done and taken part in. And literally we thought getting through 2020, keeping our sanity, And then we looked at what we did. And the craziness that we did.
We're just the normal Woofstocky stuff.
I don't know. I think we lost the plot this year a little bit with some of the stuff that we did. And I thought that we'd stayed relatively sane. And we clearly hadn't, right? So Karen's shaking her head in the back. We clearly did not have any elements of sanity this year at all. So I didn't. So if we run through from the beginning of the year, when everyone was like, Happy New Year, coming into 2020, nobody
packing to go
packing to go to Rome,
bring back the virus. Sorry.
I hadn't publicly declared that was me.
No, it wasn't you. No.
So we started off January. We were excited. It was the year of Woofstock 2020. Everything was rosy. We'd been to Rome with some friends, for a few days. Absolutely wonderful. Came back 10th of January, and I got ill. And what we know now that we didn't know then was I had the virus and spent 10 days in bed. So much so that I had bed sores. And I can tell you now, it's not very pleasant. And Carol was very close to calling an ambulance to come and fetch me and cart me off. And now we know, because from there on in, life changed for everyone as we know it.
No, I'm not, Tabitha. Not yet. Sorry. Yeah.
But we forged ahead. As the Woofstock way, we forged ahead, and then Carol got ill.
I just wanted 10 days off, like H. I wanted her to look after me for 10 days.
And then once we'd recovered from that, we thought we're just going to monitor everything, see how the year pans out.
And thinking we were going to go ahead.
Still thinking we were going to have a Woofstock 2020. So we were planning. We had everything planned, luckily enough, because we've just, as Aaron will say, we're ready for next year. Yeah. And then it hit in March. And everything started getting a little bit crazy from there on in. So we got crazy with it.
Can I just say though?
Yeah.
And I'm sure everyone will agree. The first lockdown was like, oh my goodness, this is very strange. It's very weird. No one's out and about. But wasn't the world a beautiful place when all the humans stayed at home? Hey? I know I'm being a bit like, going on to the Woofstock cares bit, but it's just what the planet needed. All those beasts to stay at home. So that's my bit. Right, let's go.
That's your bit. So
I'm sure everyone will.
The whole country came out every Thursday night and clapped for the marvellous NHS, who were in the midst of an absolute crisis. People came out, clapped their hands, whistled, shouted. We were out on our doorstep. We could tractors up in the field beyond us flashing their lights. We could hear people banging saucepans and stuff. And what did I do? I cut up our garden hose and made a French horn. So here is the first sign of madness that was setting in slowly during 2020. So bear with this. I apologise that your dogs are probably going to howl any second, but bear with it. This is what I decided would be the best thing to do, was to cut up our garden hose, take a funnel from the kitchen that we used to pour stuff into, get some masking tape or whatever I could find, and I made this. contribution to the NHS.
And it's like
In March and April, in March and April 2020, when everyone was clapping and thoroughly getting behind the NHS, I made a French horn out of hose and a funnel and some masking tape and decided that was the best way for me to celebrate the good work that they do.
Yeah, till I made you put it back together again so I could water my plants.
Yeah, Carol didn't know I was going to do that until she went to water her plants and wondered why half the hose was missing in the garden. So things kind of went on from there, really, didn't they? So we were still hanging on for Woofstock 2020. We were still hopeful that we would somehow, some way, be able to do something. Myself and Aaron became literally married and were speaking to each other every single day. As trying to think, what could we do? It's going to be okay by the summer. August, it's going to be fine, as everyone else was thought. And then things started cancelling around us, didn't they? And it just kind of got worse. And our mental health, I'm going to put it that way, that's a nice way of putting that we went crazy. Our mental health got worse. Now, I'm normally the one, I will admit it, that does crazy things and comes up with crazy ideas and gets everyone involved in complete craziness. Carol got crazy as well. And when Carol gets crazy, it gets crazy, which includes finding the right morning, the right time, the right weather conditions for me to dress up as an inflatable dinosaur and wander around our garden to the theme tune of Jurassic Park. That's not normal.
I got up and I went, she went, it's foggy out there. I said, is it? And I looked at her, I went, right, quick, get the dinosaur thing. It was like 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Okay, so here is a compilation of some of the stuff that we got up to during lockdown, including the dinosaur wandering around the garden.
It was fun. Everyone was doing it. We weren't the only ones. Everyone was doing it.
Looking back at other people's like Facebook feeds and stuff like that, I don't recall anybody dressing up as an emoji poo so that they could receive the shopping because we were in isolation.
We were keeping Karen safe.
Well, let's talk about Karen. Shall we bring her on?
Yeah.
And see how she coped with us.
Yeah.
During. So here's Karen, one of our Woofstock volunteers. Karen can be found in the show arena each year and generally following me around, filming me when I do crazy things. And also basically has turned into our carer, if I'm completely honest with you. So here's Karen, who's called herself Echo for this evening. Karen, how are you?
Hey.
We're okay. So were we as crazy as me looking back on the video seems?
Yeah, simply. I don't even think that is, yeah, definitely, 100%. But you've kept us all going. You've entertained us.
It was fed for 2 weeks when we were in isolation. If it wasn't for you, we would have actually starved. So, yeah, so we appreciate that.
And we did some crazy stuff that we got you involved with as well. Like me deciding that it was a really good idea in 30-degree heats to dress up in the dog suit and get in a car.
Yes.
Sweat it out a bit. And also, when you delivered the shopping, the safest way was for me to dress up in an emoji poo suit, a completely sealed suit,
And clearly
with
the most
gloves,
entertaining shopping trip I've ever done.
and collect the shopping from you because you looked after us. So it's been a bit of a crazy year for everyone. Now, you're a key worker, so you have worked 100% throughout the entire pandemic. As we lovingly refer to you as our shopkeeper.
Yeah.
So it was,
program. What's that? What's he called?
what's it, what?
Arkwright.
Arkwright, yes.
Arkwright,
4
yeah.
candles. So what's it been like for you?
Crazy.
Why did you get 2 weeks off for Woofstock?
Yeah, I was looking forward to it. And then moving house.
Yeah, we moved house as well, just for the fun of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. It's been busy. It's been interesting. At times, it's been quite scary, but you know, part of the community. So you just get on with it.
Yeah.
You know, we are fortunate. Me and my partner Emma is fortunate that we have been able to work, because obviously there's been a lot of people that haven't been able to and are out of work now. Well, yeah.
What was that? How long was it? 7 months nearly. I was out of work.
Yeah.
I blame that's why I dressed up in different outfits.
Whatever your excuse you want to use, we'll just...
I haven't even uploaded the video of me in the hippo suit.
Oh God. Yeah.
That's to come yet. That's to come yet. That hasn't been released to anybody yet.
Remember when we got in the car and said we'd had enough and we were going...
Do you remember that? Me and Carol got in the car to tell people who were
Yeah.
going out to stop going out. We said, we've had enough, we're going out.
We're going out. And we drove around our circle 3 times and got out and went and had a picnic at the greenhouse.
I even showed my mum that, and she was like, Karen, there's just no words.
We had fun, but we tried, it's like Ate said about being in the car, we tried to basically help with information and keep people safe, and especially that's why we did the interview with Andy over the mask for the dogs. We did loads and loads of stuff because obviously everyone's worlds had changed. Well, they still have, but everything went a bit. So one was for entertainment, and some parts of it was literally for education.
Yeah, and to keep us sane.
And to keep us sane.
And show that we could be rational human beings.
Most of the time.
So even Jake went a little bit crazy during lockdown and decided that he would become the disco dog, if you remember.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna show you Jake busting his moves as the disco dog during lockdown. Here we go. He's so cool. And Jake, in August this year, because we're still in 2020, sorry everyone, we're still in 2020, he celebrated his 18th birthday in 2020, and he's really showing no signs of stopping at all. So not only did we do we did funny things, but at the beginning of the year we got Karen involved in something horrendous, which I haven't uploaded the video of, unfortunately, but it's on Facebook anyway. When we got dragged in by animals in distress to do the Muddy Mutt challenge, and I said, "Oh, do it in full mascot outfit."
You forget what you do in a year, don't you? You really do. I mean, can I recommend that you all literally just go back and really start at the beginning and think of what you've actually done this year?
Yeah.
Because I keep thinking, oh, was that last year or was that? I mean, we've done some amazing things, but yeah, it's just you just actually forget. So it's really cool to actually just sit down with your partner or whatever and literally think back what you've actually done in one year. Because you've done some amazing stuff. We did do the Muddy Mutt challenge because that was February.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was February.
Yeah.
But here's some of the stuff that we got involved in for our 3 supported charities: Animals in Distress, Animals Asia, and Porton Pensions as well. So here's a little compilation of some of the crazy stuff that they rope us into.
That was fun. That was really good fun, that wing walking, wasn't it, Karen?
It was.
It was. We had nice coffee. Sat there, looked up. It was a lovely day.
It's hard to believe that in the middle of the year that has been 2020 that I suddenly get the call to say that I can actually do my wing walk.
When was it?
It was in the summer, wasn't it? So it was probably June time,
June or something
around
like
that time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because it would have been when after the lockdown
Yeah.
when we had that little gap.
It was incredible. And it was amazing to be able to do something for the charities as well. I went on to do other stuff for the charities. See, I went on to do other. Carol supported me.
Of course.
Not
many people would actually let their other half get onto the top of the plane, would they? Really? No. You'll tell me.
So I did something else for one of the charities for animals in distress, which saw me spending a night in a kennel. Very comfortable it was to raise money for them too. Karen Julie is the camera woman who follows me around, filmed it. So here's a snippet of me spending a night in it. I can't believe how much we've done this year.
No, you've done.
We've done.
Yeah, because I stayed home and babysat the dogs and put my feet up and lit the fire and opened a bottle of wine and went, yes.
Honestly, seriously. Media feeds for the past 12 months, and you will be astounded at what you did. And you forget, and you go, no, I didn't do that this year. Have a look. 2020, everyone's going, it's a crap year. Have a look at what you did, who you interacted with, who you talked to, who you made laugh, who you made smile, who you comforted over the past 12 months. And you'll be amazed at what you actually have achieved.
I know, because everybody, we all want to go, tomorrow's like New Year, forget about, but you don't want to forget about the whole year. This year has been, I'm going to say crap. For a lot of people, it's been very sad, it's been very difficult and very hard, but we've all done something. There's something that we can go, actually, we achieved that, or we did that, and we've made it through to the end of the year, so you don't just want to dismiss the whole. I like the idea that you don't do your birthday.
Yeah, we forget that.
Forget your birthday. So so I could be a bit younger next year. I like that idea, but the rest of it, we can't dismiss the whole year, because I bet everybody looks back. You've all done something you really don't want to forget. Something, achieve something.
So here's me being really silly, offering they did it. Animals in Distress did a Sleep Under the Stars to raise money for the charities. Charities have been hit. Animal charities in particular have been hit really hard this year with no support at all from the government. And they set up Sleep Under the Stars, which you saw me doing the agility course was part of that. And I decided that I'd spend a night in a kennel. And they didn't say, no, honestly, Heather, it's fine. You don't need to do that. You do so much for us. We wouldn't want to put you through that. It's absolutely fine. Your support is brilliant. It was my idea, but they didn't say no.
No,
they said yes. They went, oh yes, okay, fine. None of them stayed in the kennel.
No, they were all out in nice tents, even bonfire singing.
Even their CEO, when they said to the CEO, "Is it all right for Heather from Woofstock to stay in the kennel?" Yes, that was it. Here's me, part of me being put to bed for the night. Get myself bedded down for the night. I don't need any flea or worm treatment. I don't think. I might do in the morning.
Are you house trained? Someone asked.
No.
No.
Apparently not. Apparently I need training. So every dog, every animal that comes in here, we'll put the picture up in a bit, has to have something put on the front of the kennel that they go in, what their name is, what their age is, what their behaviour is like, what training is advised for them, etc. And in true Animals in Distress style, they have put up something for me, which we will show the pictures of. Middle-aged, probably I'll be a bit older than that by the time I get off this floor in the morning. I definitely will need assistance it'll be Heather in distress by 9 in the morning. So sleep well, everyone. I've got good Wi-Fi now. I'm still recovering from rounders and the agility course. And I'm sure I'll be awake during the night at some stage, so I might just pop on and check in with everybody and say hello. So, but sleep well. If you're sleeping out for animals in distress, massive round of applause for you, and thank you so much for supporting them. If you're sleeping under your table, well done anyway, for sleeping under your table. So good night, everyone. I will catch up with you all either during the night or in the morning. And that's it. Thanks, Ian. You can go home to your bed now.
And the look killed.
I've got a spare bed next door.
Get in there, you're not going anywhere.
Good night, everyone. Cheers. Bye. So I should have clarified really. Not only did I say that I would sleep in a kennel, but I said I would sleep in a kennel in a full dog mascot outfit.
Don't do anything easy, love.
No, this is true.
No.
So that was kind of like, was that before or after virtual Woofstock, Karen? Can you remember? It was before, I think.
I think
Yeah,
it was
I think it
before.
was before. But before all of that happened, something else happened. And it was a decision that we didn't want to make, that had to be made. And that was in the May of this year. And I'm going to play you when we announced that Woofstock 2020 was cancelled, because looking back on it and having gone past it's done, we can't do it, and then what we went on to do is amazing. So I'm going to have my tissues at the ready, because you always tell me I was blub at everything. So this is the moment that we had to make the decision and tell all of you that Woofstock 2020 was cancelled.
Nothing we can do about it anyway.
No.
So
So we are heartbroken to announce that we are no longer proceeding with Woofstock 2020. The next Woofstock will take place on the 6th to the 8th of August 2021. Many tears have been shed and many sleepless nights had reaching this decision. Over the last few months, we've been keeping a close eye on expert advice from the government, as well as taking into consideration the timelines involved for safely planning and delivering Woofstock 2020. We have talked about postponing till later in the year, but we cannot take the chance with such uncertainty at this time. It is better to push back to next year's date, ensuring everyone's safety and giving a degree of clarity to the global situation. I've got 2 paragraphs in. I'm going to take a breath. Okay. We know that all those Woofstockers who attend each year will be devastated, and for this we are truly sorry.
sorry, I'm not laughing. I'm laughing because I'm not laughing. I'm just like, I don't know. It's just a nervous laugh.
That's okay. Just don't laugh at my funeral if I go before you.
Um,
We hope everyone will understand that this huge decision was made with your safety at the very forefront of our minds. Woofstock has always been a truly standalone, self-supporting festival, with charity at the heart of all we do. To safeguard the future of Woofstock, we would like current ticket holders to roll their tickets over to the 2021 event.
sorry, Grace. It's like watching the BBC News.
Shuffle my papers.
I was going to say, shuffle your paper.
If you want to come back next year, there is no need for you to do anything. We will email you with confirmation that your tickets and accommodation are secure for 2021. You are ensuring the survival of Woofstock, and for that we thank you. If you do need a refund, please email us at woof@woofstockuk.co.uk. Not going ahead with Woofstock 2020 will have a significant impact on our supported charities, Pulse and Pensions, Animals in Distress, and Animals Asia UK. We are planning to hold a live online event to support them and help them raise much needed funds, so watch out for further announcements. We would like to thank Aaron from Diverse Events for his support throughout Woofstock and also in reaching this decision. Our bands, our suppliers, traders, and of course, our amazing Woofstock volunteers who give us so much time and support in putting together Woofstock and running it.
We'll be back, baby. We will be back.
We will.
We will.
We have been overwhelmed with the love and friendship we have received over the last few days. Putting on a festival involves so many people behind the scenes, and without them, there would simply be no Woofstock. We are now moving forward with planning Woofstock 2021. Let's make it a celebration of love for all of us and our beloved pooches, where we can gather together once more in the spirit of charity, family and friendship, the very ethos of what Woofstock is. For now, stay safe, keep in touch with us, and we will meet you all in 2021 with a huge celebration. What a party it will be. Expect hugs. With all our love and gratitude, Heather, Carol, and all of Team Woofstock.
Wow.
So
Your
what do you
hair
think?
looked longer there.
I had lockdown hair. I'm now getting tier 3 hair.
Yeah, I am. This goes up, mine goes down. Yeah. So
It's my Jedward.
that
As
just,
you say.
yeah, that seems
Yeah.
such a long time ago, doesn't it?
Oh, what am I doing? Yeah, that seems like a lifetime ago. And there was sleepless nights, and there was lots and lots of conversations. And I'm sure all our Woofstockers and people who watch us know the amount of work that goes on in the background. But I think the hardest thing for us was telling the bands who were on their knees, all our suppliers, that it wasn't going ahead. And those guys are still on their knees. They're still struggling now. And I think that was the hardest thing. But having the ability to say to them, we don't want any deposits back, keep the deposits, we'll roll you over, was a blessing for us to do for them.
That goes to all the people that actually bought tickets. And everyone.
Absolutely incredible. The Woofstock family is incredible. But we email, people were going, no, roll me over. We had 2 cancellations, and the 2 cancellations were simply because some the redundancies. But they've rebooked already, and it's incredible. The Woofstock family it's indescribable. I think unless you come to Woofstock, I don't think you know the spirit of Woofstock, and we can't explain the spirit of it, through going live and stuff like that. You have to be there. I remember a few years ago a trader saying this is a festival, but it's a festival with a heart. And people they come and they make friends, lifelong friends at Woofstock. It's incredible. But that didn't stop us. It didn't stop the craziness happening, did it, Karen?
No, you've always said that you come to Woofstock as a guest but leave as family.
Yeah.
And that's very true.
Yeah, definitely.
Because that's how I met you.
Yeah, absolutely. That's how you got hooked.
That's what I was thinking just then.
Yeah, through Woofstock. And yeah, it is very, very true. You do leave as a friend, and we will never ever lose that community spirit of Woofstock. You know, a lot of other places, they become commercial and it becomes very cold. We never ever want to lose that, no matter how big we get. We're all Woofstockers. We're all in it together. You'll always see me walking around with the same clothes that I had on 2 days before, and I'll still smile and try and give you a hug, even though I've got flies around.
And I've got to sleep with her. Yeah. That's why I go home.
I think probably last year that was my greatest achievement, was being interviewed by the BBC when I hadn't showered from the duck stock the night before, and I had my wellies rolled down like Jimmy Cricket and just looked like a big baggy t-shirt on and just looked a complete mess. Yeah, I did have a bra. So no, that didn't stop us. We went on to do other crazy things. So we went on to do stuff like this. Welcome to Woofstock's big game show night. We have lots of excited contestants sitting backstage. Some of them are dressed. Some of them are dressed in very strange things. You will see shortly. So, if we are all sitting comfortably, we are going to start. I am the Joker for a jest. I keep my cards close to my chest. But here's a pair that's worth revealing. Okay, Carol, do your dealing. Here we go. Carol is rocking. That was nuts, didn't that? But we had some drunk guests. Rob's probably not watching. He's probably hiding somewhere. But look, we had some very drunken pirate guests. Do you know what? I'm gonna make a decision here and now. You're off. No, you're off. You're off. I'm gonna make a decision because you dressed up, Captain Cook and Jane Lowry and half a man. And, you've already got your £5 Marks and Spencer vouchers. We'll send them out to you. You've got them already. Right.
Use mine to donate mine to one of the charities.
To Jane, I will. So Jane, you got £10.
Jane, you've got £10.
There you go. Sorted. I know. I'm not sure how drunk Rob actually was during that when he said give it. I mean, he thought Jane was a charity because he said she had £10. So he was very, very drunk. And then we came up with an absolutely crazy idea. And about the May time when we were cancelled Woofstock, physical Woofstock, and we thought, what can we do? We came up with a crazy idea. Let's do a virtual Woofstock, I thought to myself. We spoke to Karen. Just take away the we. Karen has always said, oh, that's a good idea. Okay.
Yeah.
12 hours live streaming entertainment for our Woofstockers. Now, when I speak to some people in the television world and I tell them what we've done, they think we are barking mad. Because doing something virtual isn't like this, where we're just bunging on some videos and having a chit chat. The schedule has to be down to the second. And it took quite a long time to do the schedule and a lot of arguing between myself and Jack. I thought I was right. He thought he was right. He was the man with the camera. He's going to win at the end of the day. And we thought, we want to support the charities. We want to do something for you guys. And we wanted to support the artists. So the stage guys, the bands, as many as we could. And It is harder than setting up a physical festival. That's all I will say. I'm still in recovery mode now.
We've done it once, and hopefully we'll never have to do it again.
Hopefully we'll never have to do it again, although I suspect we will do at some stage in the future. Because it was great fun.
It was incredible
great fun. It was incredible. And we had over 10,000 people around the world watching. All around the world, people were popping up and going, I'm in Germany, I'm in Spain, I'm in Australia. It was unbelievable, wasn't it? Absolutely unbelievable. And we had amazing bands that are playing Woofstock next year. So we had Riviera Dogs, I Love Amp, we had Pure Paloma live streaming from Manchester, we had Definitely Dolly, we had the
Liberty Sisters.
Liberty, they're the one.
Oh,
That's why she's on Cara.
Yeah.
The Liberty. We had Ollie Stevens. We had Burt Miller. We had Superstition. It was just, and I Love Amp, bless them, because we had a technical problem up north. We had a technical problem, and I Love Amp arrived, and we said, instead of doing a 45-minute set, would you mind doing an hour and a half? And they were like, yeah, okay.
No idea this was going on.
I
was actually just being told where to be at what time. I had no idea what was going on.
And Kat, bless her, was sat in her car, having literally had this bombshell dropped on her, which you do an hour and a half instead of 45 minutes. An hour and a half continuous music was a big ask, and they said yes. And she was sat in her car trying to remember lyrics because they had to add 45 minutes worth of songs in, and it was incredible. And I tried to, bearing in mind it was such a big, long, elongated day, I tried to download the whole thing earlier on, but it was taking too long, so I couldn't download it all. But what I do have for your,
well, you want you to sit there for 11 hours and watch it.
once again, if you like what we do, like our Facebook page and follow us, that kind of thing. But I'm going to show you some entertaining stuff. So, for those who didn't see it, these are the opening credits of Virtual Woofstock 2020, much to Carol's horror because of her heavy breathing, porn-style breathing in the filming. I had to mention it. It's my only opportunity. You will notice that. Listen out for it. I love you so much, my darling. I'm so happy I'm married to you. Here we go.
Come on, Carol. We're nearly there. We can't be late. We're nearly there for the virtual Woofstock. Okay. Okay.
Right, I'll explain.
Listen, did the running. We did the running, right? We did all the art, visual stuff. And then we had some supper, and then we sat down, and Jack went, right, we need to do the audio. I went, why did you not? He said, no. So for someone to sit in front of you and go, right, I want you to breathe like you were running.
Oh my God.
And I was like making these noises. He's laughing, Ace is laughing. I'm going, yeah. So I thought, calm it down. I didn't think it sounded that bad. But no, they both thought it was absolutely hilarious. I mean, you still got it when I'm climbing over the.
That's because you were out of breath because you were running down the hill.
Wasn't
Yeah, but that is literally that is true what Carol just said. We couldn't mic up and do the running because the seats would have rubbed on the mic. So we just had to run down the hill and do all the visual stuff, and Carol fall over the stile, which was purely by accident, onto me. And then we had dinner, and then we sat there with a mic and pretended that we'd been running and had to breathe into a mic. Now I had to get up because Carol had so many attempts at it. It was quite. I couldn't stop laughing because it did genuinely sound like a porn film. That was the best take that Jack got. And bearing in mind Jack's in his early 20s, he was going red, and I was like, I can't be part of this. You carry on with my wife. Do you have your breathing?
Try it. Try and record yourself after pretending that you've been running. You all do it. I'm not even going to do it.
It's slightly embarrassing. So
Me.
you.
Me? Thank you. Yeah. Actually, no. She likes to keep bringing it up. There we go.
The only time I've brought it up.
And that's the last time.
I will never bring it up again this year. So we did that. That was they were the opening credits of our 12 hours of complete and utter chaos. And then we did other really funny stuff as well. Well, we thought it was funny, but I'm not sure looking back that it was funny. It didn't work quite well, but I'm going to show you anyway. So we did a few. I haven't uploaded them all because they're a bit boring, really. But we wanted to do some funny outtakes of what dogs, if they could talk, would do to each other. So this is the squirrel video. And the reason this video is funny is because we actually trip over the dogs and Wilson tries to eat the camera at the beginning.
Carol, we really need to talk about the dog bowl situation in the morning. We filmed
It was funny in our heads. But again, that's the thing.
In the dark, after we know costume on, and actually do it. I really give these actors credit because it's so difficult, and then you got her going, yeah, doing this perfect bark and whatever, and then there's me going, never again. So this was all the lead up to virtual Woofstock. So we wanted to do something. It was virtual Woofstock, 12 hours of live streaming, complete chaos, fabulous music, us entertaining in between, being told to shut up at random points throughout it, and us going, are we live? Are we live? And it being live with us going, are we live? Are we live? The outtakes, we're sorting out with Jack doing outtakes and everything else of that because there's so many of them. It's hilarious. There is one point where Riviera Dogs said, good night everyone, thank you Woofstock, and it cuts through to me and Carol, and we're going blah 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 blah, only to hear that they've started playing again, and we're going like cut to them, and that's all. It's us doing that with them playing in the background, including Jake. When Jimmy from Riviera Dogs was being interviewed, Jake was stood there licking and chewing Jimmy's toes. And Jimmy was trying to stop laughing, and the dogs did at various points join Jimmy on the stage, including Jake, who Jimmy tripped over. So there's lots and lots of outtakes that you wouldn't have noticed because we're so professional in what we do. So here's some of this is Riviera Dogs, the music. So absolutely incredible. Here we go.
You lovely people. See you next year. Cheers. Thank you. Hopefully.
That's a snippet of the whole day.
Imagine them next year on the big stage.
Yeah.
It's going to be so much fun.
And these bands performed for us for expenses. That's all they did, each of them for their expenses, because they were so desperate to play. And I remember Kat crying.
Yeah,
Kat was literally crying, going, "You've got no idea what this actually means to us to be playing live in front of 6 people." But to be actually together playing, and they hadn't rehearsed together for ages. It was absolutely incredible, and it was like a military operation.
It was a logistics nightmare, because obviously we wanted to keep everybody safe. So for all the artists, there was a different toilet, bathroom. There was a different area to go and get refreshments. It was just
They were only allowed in at a certain time. When the other one left, it was literally military operation.
And we kept everybody safe, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Nobody. But it was
paper towels, gloves, sanitizer. That's all I remember.
vegan food.
And vegan food. So we're nearly going to leave you now, but we've got another couple of clips to show you. So this is the closing of Woofstock 2012. Woofstock virtual Woofstock. I've had a pint.
I'm on my second.
And Jake's just pushed me around in the chair. This is the closing with Spencer the Mouth, who was the compere for the day.
What's I mean, right?
We got the gig.
No, go on.
So, that's it from us, really. You know, we hope you've enjoyed it. Please, if you have, do let us know. Send us some comments. Send us some photos. If you've been sat there watching us on your telly with your Woofstock shirts on, then please let us know. And what are we going to do now?
So literally, a massive thank you to all of the bands who have given their time to bring virtual Woofstock today. To Simon from Matrix Productions and Glenn for this amazing setup. To Jack from Jack Carey Videos for organising all the filming, and Jack's helper, whose name again has escaped me. I nearly called you Stephanie, but you're not called Stephanie. To everyone who's watched, you've been incredible. The support we've had throughout the day has been absolutely phenomenal. All the volunteers who've pitched in and helped, Spencer, who's kept us in check, to Aaron and Matt from Diverse Events, who were holding up cards and telling us to shut up basically at certain stage.
Amazing birthday
The
cake.
amazing birthday cake from Nellie's Cakes, to Emma from Devon Bell Tents for putting up the dog tent that hopefully you've seen shots of as well. And it just goes on and on and on. The list goes on and on and on. But I need to go, because we're not quite finished yet, because now is my set, so I'll be back soon.
So, apart from the fact that I'm not entirely sure what we're going to do for the rest of the year.
Don't let H to a set. We'll finish. Let's run the credits.
Have we not told her she's not on?
No.
Oh.
No.
Run credits.
Run credits.
But I did get on. There was no stopping me getting on. So for those of you who actually watched everything, and then people were dancing, people were like literally with so many comments. Karen, you were like on the phone on the comments and stuff like that, and it was like ping, 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 ping,
It was,
ping,
yeah, all the time, and it was incredible to hear where people were from.
Yeah, it was crazy. I remember recharging my phone because my battery was just like going crazy and dying. And people probably, when the credits rolled at the end, and there was, if people watch the credits, I haven't got them to play. But if people didn't read the credits, they've missed some stuff in there, because there was like serious, Matrix Productions, the boss, the real boss. And there was random things in there, like the cat only for virtual Woofstock 2020. There was stuff like that in there. Rob's joining us. Robalicious.
I didn't even know. I've literally about 10 minutes ago found out that you were live on Facebook. So
You
I came
don't
on.
want
I've
to
been.
the volunteer site, do
Oh,
you, when you were on it?
Oh, it's covered me. Thing up.
He's in the toilet next year. Karen, you've been upgraded since.
See?
You missed it because we were talking about you about 15 minutes ago, Rob.
Yeah, I don't want to know.
Drunken pirate.
No, I was.
Yes.
Chris did mention that I'd missed the drunken pirate bit, and I wasn't actually drunk. It was.
Yeah.
I was.
Okay.
No, it was. It
Everyone,
was
bear
all.
with
I was
us.
in
Rob,
character.
bear with me a minute. Let's just see how drunk
Okay,
you are.
you sound
Do you know
agreeable,
what? I'm gonna make a decision here and now. You're off. No, you're not. You're off. I'm gonna make a decision because you dressed up, Captain Cook and Jane Lowry and half a man. And, you've already got your £5 Marks and Spencer vouchers. We'll send them out to you. You've got them already. Right.
Use mine to donate mine to one of the charities.
To Jane, I will. So Jane, you got £10.
Jane, you've got £10.
How drunk were you not, Mr. Cook?
No, I was play acting. I was play acting. I was getting into character.
Admit it. Okay, you were having a good night, weren't you? Come on, admit it.
In your
The
greenhouse.
fact that
Pirates.
what nobody knows and what I've never admitted to anyone is that as I was getting out of the greenhouse to go back home into the cottage, I actually stumbled and fell through the side of the greenhouse and knocked all the panels out. There we go. But again, that was purely because I was in character, and
Absolutely, yeah.
I do note though that since that you've not done another live one, so yeah.
Look! Everyone's joining us when we're about to finish. Look, who's this? It's the mouthpiece.
It's Mr. Voice of Woofstock himself.
I don't know which way my hair's going. I'm trying to make myself beautiful for you, Spencer. Spencer,
Hello.
you come at the right time because apart from the clip that we've just shown of Rob completely plastered,
I wasn't completely plastered. Burns night was worse.
I've seen you worse in your strips. So, what happens with Woofstock volunteers stays with Woofstock volunteers, of course. So, yeah, I know, but he's just put his thumbs up. So, Spencer, you cut me off at the end of Virtual Woodstock at the behest of the real boss.
The real boss told me to.
And you were like, okay, roll credits.
You can't say that.
That's what you said. You said roll credits.
I did.
Listen, I've listened to a practicing. I didn't want everyone else. It's been a really successful day. We didn't want to spoil it, but somehow you got on. Go on.
So literally, if anybody didn't watch the end credits, they missed out certain words that we slipped into the end credits.
Watching right to the end.
And they also missed this.
The cats are going mental.
To be fair, I think if they missed that, they were very fortunate.
If they didn't watch it to the end, they were very fortunate.
I've just had I've just had to go into the kitchen because I've had all the wild cats just like suddenly appeared at the window. I've literally just had to shoo them away. I've just had like 30 odd wild cats.
I've got dogs howling all around the house.
Yeah.
Are you saying that I can't get on the stage next year's day?
What did I tell you earlier?
Yeah, the stage isn't leaving.
Yeah.
On a Tuesday night.
Yeah.
So that kind of brings to
Jim has been yeah. Anybody?
hello, wives. So for everybody, she is like, really, she is.
That happens. Honey.
Look at her. Look.
Yeah.
So those of you don't know, so Karen, we've introduced. Rob is also a Woodstocker, Woodstock volunteer. You can see him on a Sunday at the fastest garden digger, pushing the dogs out of the way and trying to dig the tree taste himself. We have
Yeah, well, those are
Spencer.
quite tasty.
Well, yeah, we're going to put some extra tasty ones in next year for you, Rob. We've got Spencer, who is the mouth of Woofstock, or the voice of Woofstock.
No, the mouth,
and
the mouth.
Yeah, the mouth. I prefer the mouth, to be honest with you, Rob. And his lovely lady wife, Tracy, who is also a Woodstocker, and will be assisting me in the new year with all the camping bookings that we have had in. Because all of you have been booking for Woofstock 2021.
Absolutely, absolutely brilliant.
Because you want to see the craziness in person. So that kind of brings us up to.
I will hide H's recorder.
I might make a French film.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that kind of brings us up to the end of the year. We moved house, and then we've done some interviews since then.
Yeah.
So I had an interview with Animals in Distress and Andy Hale. We did a quiz. We've done a quiz night as well. Yeah, and in January, which is tomorrow, is January. So the 30th of January, we are teaming up with Animals in Distress and Andy Hale again. And we are doing, and I know everyone's going to say it's easy to me, but we're doing an 8-hour live yapathon. So 8 hours, me, Andy Hale will be live for 8 hours straight.
We've got some super guests.
We have got some incredible guests, including Victoria Stillwell, the dog trainer, who's going to be coming on live with us as well. And we've got Karen Corbett, who we saw this year, who communicates with animals. We've got Jan Jackson, who communicates with animals. The guest list is incredible, so we're going to be pushing that out from January. And there's all the support in distress, and also to sponsor me for 8 hours talking, which I want to do Andy Hale more than I do. So we've got that happening, and then we've got some other interviews lined up as well that we're sorting out at the moment for the new year. And then we've got Woofstock 2021.
Stop. Pushing.
Yay!
It's going to be amazing this year. Absolutely amazing.
It'll be a massive reunion.
I think
It will be a great reunion. It will. I think huggy, everybody.
we're going to be involved
At last.
rolling around the field. That's what we'll be doing.
Sounds good to me. That's my type of festival, that is.
Yeah, but we're going straight. So yeah, Woodstock 2021 is happening next year. I am officially saying it now. It is happening next year.
Excellent.
Because whilst we might be going through more difficult stuff, come August next year, it will be Woodstock. End of.
And if we have to put particular procedures in, then we'll do it.
We have to
Let's make it safe. We'll make it safe.
We've already started looking for hand sanitizer stations. We've also explored about making that a bit smaller, which we haven't done. Although we might do, because we spoke to Anthony from the Little Timber Van earlier on, who does our bar, and he has drunk all his stock because he has had no events at all this year. So he's literally drank his whole stock. So, yeah. So from us and the late joiners, from us to all of you, this is the last day of 2020. Make it a good one. whatever you're doing, whether a good one means that you're just sat in front of the TV in your underpants, eating quality street, or if you're having a few glasses or you're snuggling your dog, make it a good one. Tomorrow is 2021, when we will turn a corner. All of us will turn a corner. And as Carol said earlier on, look back at what you have actually achieved in 2020. Don't think 2020 was a crap year, you've done nothing, haven't been out, blah, 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 blah. Have a look at what you have done. Whether that's that you couldn't see your mum or your dad, so you did Zoom quizzes, or you did Zoom meetings with them, or you learnt new technology and ways to communicate with each other.
And all these guys do.
All of you involved with virtual as well. Have a look. You will be amazed at what you have achieved in 2020. Absolutely, because we will when we look back, we can believe what we've done. For now, I've got an empty glass, but I'm gonna pretend.
Take positives from as many negatives.
Yeah, absolutely.
Take as many positives out of negatives as you can, and that's for the entire how you live your life. That's
absolutely.
what you need to do.
100%.
Yeah, agreed.
So from all of us, all the Woofstockers that have joined us, and our wonderful Woofstock volunteers that are here with us tonight, we wish you all a very happy new year. We can't wait to see you in August next year at
Absolutely.
Woodstock, where we can all get together and have a fantastic weekend of fun.
Happy
Happy
New Year.
New Year, boss.
Here,
Happy New
here.
Year, real boss. Happy New Year, Spence. Happy New Year,
Happy New
Karen.
Year, guys.
Happy New Year.
to all of
Happy
you
New
and
Year,
everybody
guys.
watching.
Have a great one. 2021 is going to be the.
Hey, there we go.
And Tracy, Happy New Year, Tracy.
Bye, Trace.
I'll see you guys in a minute. Stay where you are. See you in a minute. Bye. Bye. Out there in virtual land. Bye. Bye.
Bye. Take care.